If you're enjoying this show, don't forget to support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. Your star ratings and reviews help others discover our podcast. So take a moment to share your thoughts. We appreciate you, and let's keep the conversation going. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to ADHP. That's Attention Deficit Hyperactive Politics. Will you please welcome your hosts, Doug, Todd, and Brandon.
All right. Good evening, everybody. We are live on the internet. I'm Doug, here as always with Todd and Brandon. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. How are you guys doing?
I
I'm
am
yeah.
doing good.
Yes, my plan worked again. 2 weeks in a row.
I mean, I'm
No,
finally recovered from all the turkey and the stuffing and whatever else I ate. I ate so much stuff at Marianne's house. Shout out to Romeo for the excellent food, and oh my God, it was good.
you want to know something crazy? Something very sad? I had no turkey this year. Yeah,
Ham?
What do you
we
have
did a
instead?
ham. We did a ham instead because our oven's out. So we did
Oh,
a ham in the Instapot. But yeah, no turkey. I've been eating ham for like a week now.
oh wow. Yeah, no, we had ham too, but I didn't eat any ham. Cause that's what we used to have a lot when I was growing up, because it was cheaper than a turkey. So
Yeah, we had a very small, just our household Thanksgiving. We didn't do an extended family thing this
yeah,
year, so
I mean we had it was me, Marianne, Romeo, and their kids and the grandkids, and that's pretty much it.
that sounds nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Brandon? What'd you do? Did you do anything?
No, my family was all doing their own thing. I hung out at my house and ate fondue and drank beer.
There you go.
What
What
kind
kind
of
of like a cheese
fondue?
fondue?
Yeah.
Just cheese fondue. I had, what did I put? I did sausages and mushrooms and bread and all that stuff.
When you get like a hot pot with the cheese going?
And I have a little fondue dish.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
a fountain of any kind?
No. It's just a little
Okay.
pot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what he did was he got a bunch of queso, put it in the microwave, melted it down, and put it in a
It's
Nope.
bowl.
Velveeta.
Nope. Actually, real fondue. I just got it recently. Fondue's sweeter than I thought it would be.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had it?
No.
I've done I've done fondue at a restaurant that like everybody goes and you get your own little melting pot for the cheese and stuff, and there's like a fountain and
The, the,
Oh yeah.
a
the,
cheese fountain.
the only fondue I've ever done was at the all you can eat buffet in Renton that has the chocolate fondue.
Oh, nice. I can do
Yeah.
chocolate in this one too. It's funny because I waited forever to get a fondue pot, and I just kind of kept putting it off. And I love foods like this. And then I finally got it, and I was like, I don't know why I waited so long. It's cheese and meat. What part or bread? Like, what part of that would I not like? Like that's amazing.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I
So
could.
I'm gonna warn you guys in advance and apologize to everyone listening in advance, but I am drunk and under a lot of stress. So I'm in a rare form tonight. I'm just getting my voice back from having lost it at the Washington Oregon game on Saturday. So we'll see how this goes. Brandon, I might need you to do a little bit more reading on some of these stories.
That's okay. I've had a hell of a week too, my friend. You probably have a better reason than I do, though. I don't know
Yeah.
what your reason is. I'm just being mine's just I'm just an idiot for mine. But yeah, I'm sure you have a very good reason.
Yeah, for me, at least in mine, I'm not the idiot in mine, but it's still causing me a lot of stress.
No. I mean, yeah. I get that too. But anyhow,
Speaking for somebody under a lot of stress, do you want to talk about our first story with Pete Hegseth?
I can. So Pete Hegseth, who is of course the Secretary of War, which I hate saying, is currently under
So
fire
stupid.
for. It is so dumb. It sounds like something from fucking Starship Troopers.
Oh man.
It is some
Oh,
Starship
no,
Troopers.
100%.
Yeah, he's
bullshit.
the
Like,
NPH character for sure.
he is. Oh my god, it's such a fucking. Except NPH is likable.
But like a parody of NPH.
Well, I mean, Starship Troopers was a satire of fascism. So
Yep. And most people didn't get it.
I was annoyed by all the. Do you want to know more? I was like, no, I want to watch the movie.
I love that
But-
movie.
Oh, I didn't like it when it first came out. As I've grown to know what it is, I like it more and more.
I hate it less now, but it's still annoying.
But anyhow, he ordered a strike on a vessel in the Caribbean, international waters, claiming, of course, that it was narco terrorists, which is a whole nother thing we could talk about there, the concept of that. But the controversial part is that after the first strike with a drone, as you can imagine, the small boat was not very functional. Hegseth decided to follow up with a second strike on the boat, which killed everybody who was clinging to it, which is an act of a war crime. You cannot strike, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say this part of it here is I don't know if this story is being shared around now because of this story that you're reading, but I cannot help but be struck how this move in particular of sending the strike because there's some survivors left, sending the second strike to finish off the survivors. It's reminds me of this story of My Lai that is going around right now in Vietnam. You're familiar with that?
Oh yeah, so the My Lai was worse, but this is still bad.
Oh yeah, My Lai was way worse, but what it was literally the military going through and shooting like going through a ditch full of bodies and shooting any survivors. Right?
Oh, it was worse than that. It was worse.
Well, there's more to it than that, but the story that I read recently is the helicopter commander that had his helicopter set down between the American soldiers and some remaining Vietnamese. Have you heard of?
Yeah,
you've heard of
Thompson? There was a single soldier that stopped that massacre because he put down his heli between him, the U.S. soldiers, and it was just bloodlust. That's the thing that the My Lai, it was bloodlust. It got started and they just got going. It's just savagery of war.
Yeah, and this is like again totally smaller scale than that, but that's what I immediately think of is like sending a second rocket in to kill the survivors is like, oh, let's go back through this village that we've already massacred and make sure we kill any survivors, so just so that nobody can testify against us.
I mean, it's kind of. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say I heard someone say you're not allowed to double tap.
Well,
when it comes
in war,
to that kind of stuff.
right?
Yeah.
That's
not
against
that
the Geneva
situation.
Conventions.
Yeah, like that is a clear war crime.
Yeah.
And right now the debate actually is not if we did this, but who actually called the actual strike.
Some lower level peon is going to be the one to blame, I'm sure.
Well, now the White House is trying to say it was the admiral in charge who made the call, but earlier on, the Pentagon was saying to call it directly. So right now, it's
out for a moment for me. Did you hear him, Todd?
the one who's going to.
Yeah, you're
either way, it's a war crime. I am. Damn it. Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
This story is about how Pete Hegseth is the one to order it.
Yes, I have read recently that the White House's actual take on it is that it was on Hegseth himself that made the call. That there was an admiral below him that actually made the call.
So Levitt told reporters
either way, it's a war crime.
Yeah, Frank Bradley to carry out the second strike. That Hegseth authorized Frank Bradley to carry out the second strike. That's what Levitt says.
Yeah. So, I mean, either way, it's a war crime. Somebody should be facing some kind of tribunal for it. Whether or not they will, that's all up in the air. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that,
Yeah, is this another story that we have, or did I read it somewhere else that Trump said that he would not have ordered the second strike?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so there's another story out there that Trump says he would not have ordered the second strike. And I'll pull it up here. Trump would not have ordered.
I actually doubt that.
So here's also from The Hill, which is the story you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Trump backs Hegseth, but says he wouldn't have ordered second strike on boat.
I don't know if I believe him or not, but
Oh yeah, of course he's just saying it now for sure. Yeah, but my point is that he seems to be throwing his people under the bus.
yeah, oh, absolutely. Oh, he will always do that. That's his like MO. Like I've never seen him not throw someone under the bus when something happens. In fact, anyone who associates with him, I'm pretty sure they understand that it could happen any time.
And that's what I keep wondering. Like, do people really? Do they think like, but not me? He'd do it to anybody, but not me.
They figure they have more to gain in the long run if they just follow orders. Even if he turns on them, there's still like the grifts afterwards that they can survive with. So,
but it'll be interesting because so many people have been calling for Hegseth, like they've been against it from the beginning, calling for his dismissal every step of the way. He's had numerous blunders, like the Signal Gate stuff.
oh
So
my
it's
god,
possible. Yeah. So it's possible that they're just gonna be like, all right, let's expend him here. He's so damaged that he's been expendable. Let's just take him. Like we'll replace him with somebody even worse.
I could see that happening. I was actually thinking that today, that he's getting to the point where Trump's not going to want to put up with. Damn it! That beer's making me burp. I'm not going to want to put up with him anymore. Like Trump's only got so much patience for anybody before he doesn't want to. Well, he doesn't want to work for anybody ever.
Well, and he just burns through people
Yeah.
and then, like you can cut him loose, and now any bad story from the last period is just tied to that person that you just cut loose, and you start over again. Like it's just a con. It's just cycle the con.
You know the worst part about that story is, and that whole theory is, because you're not wrong, is the fact that it fucking works against some fucking idiots.
Right.
Yes.
Like that actually works on some idiots.
Speaking of those idiots, did you guys see me tweet from 1986?
What?
No.
So apparently, I'm putting it on screen so people watching the video can see it. There is the mayor-elect for New York apparently tweeted back in 1986 when the shuttle blew up and made some really bad taste joke, and people are losing their shit over this. It's like, well, number one, this is not real, because obviously Twitter didn't exist back then. Neither did the internet, for that matter. And he wasn't even alive in '86. He wasn't born until like the early '90s, I think.
The Mom Donnie quote.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So.
LMAO, the shuttle just exploded. Eat shit, America.
And people are like, "Oh my god, he is such a bad person." Why?
Yeah,
Is he...
and then the tweet is dated January 28th, 1986. Oh my god.
And the worst part is they don't know how dumb they are. Like they just they're so.
Is it just like a bunch of bots reacting to it or something? Like
It's got to be. If it's not bots, then I'm very. If it is bots.
Oh no! First off, don't understand. Make no mistake. The average American reads at a sixth grade level, and honestly, I feel like that's a high guess these days.
Yeah.
you know, I do understand that. Like the people, like the reading level is kind of like realizing that like half the country is effectively blind when it comes to like reading words.
Well, here's the thing: reading levels. When we talk about that, like grades, it's not just about what kind of words you can read and understand. It's about how you take in the information and balance that with knowledge about, for example, the person who wrote it and other, the infinite other variables that go into a piece of writing. As a sixth grader, they can basically read something, and the only reason they're going to like something or not like something is if they agree with it. Right. The nuances of the piece are not even being taken into account by them.
Yeah, and we got two types of literacy at play here. We have actual literacy, like can you fucking read. And then like media literacy, which is like, do you understand the context? Do you understand the bias? Do you understand
I would say
who
that
your
they're all the
author and
same thing.
audience?
I would say that's all the same thing. I would say that when you hear about a college literate, like college, like level reader, that's somebody who does those things that will take into account the biases of the
Oh,
author and their
they're a,
background and all of that stuff.
they're totally correlated. But I can imagine somebody being a very gifted reader that hasn't been exposed. Like, say you haven't let your kid on the internet, you could end up with a kid that's a very gifted reader but not very media literate. They might go on the internet for the first time when they're 18 and just be really credulous because they don't know better.
I
So
got you.
part of media literacy is understanding the milieu of what you're reading.
Yeah,
See, when I think, oh,
like the
go
kid
for it.
who's like, Dad, I found this girl on the internet. She likes me a lot. She likes all of my posts and she comments, oh, that's cute on everything I do. It's like,
Son, that's a 35-year-old man.
that's a 40-year-old man living in his mom's
Yeah.
basement, son.
Like when I think of media literacy, I think about these idiots who. Oh, speaking of, let's talk about media literacy. Here's a great example. Trump the other day posted a picture of himself as the emperor of mankind via AI.
What?
With
Oh, I
with
think
Democrats
oh.
with like Democrats kneeling around around it, which is hilarious because that's media literacy to me. Like the fact that he doesn't get that the emperor in that setting, he's bad. He's a bad guy. No one's good in 40K. But the emperor is a fascist leader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyhow,
Are there any
huh?
40K like movies or TV shows?
There is supposedly a 40K show coming out on Amazon at some point in the
Yeah.
probably near to distant future that is being headlined by Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Because
It's supposed to be coming out in the next 24 months, I think.
Henry Cavill is a huge 40K nerd.
Yeah.
So he's stoked to be a part of that. And I can't wait. I kind of don't want it to be a what do you call it? Space Marine show, but I know it's gonna be a Space Marine show.
You think it's gonna be like the Starship Troopers TV show that we had back in the 90s?
If he has anything to do with it, I think it's gonna be extremely violent and kind of capture the essence of the brutality of 40K, and that's mostly what I'm excited for. I want to see stuff get cut in half with a chain sword.
Yeah.
A chain sword?
Yeah,
A chain sword?
it's like
Chain sword is
it's a saw chainsaw blade on a sword. Yeah.
yes,
Wow.
and
Okay then.
cool. Yes.
I want to hear more about that, maybe in another future geek section or something. But why don't you tell us, Brandon, about Costco suing the Trump admin?
So Costco is right now announced plans to sue the Trump administration, basically saying that they want to all tariffs gathered under there to be unlawful and to get a full refund for everything it cost them in their sales.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. So this is
Okay.
all about the tariffs. Now here's the thing. Normally this wouldn't be such a big deal, except Costco is a big entity.
Yeah.
Costco is huge.
And they tend to have the public will on their side.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are shitty parts about their company, but I feel like they are better than a lot of others.
As far as like they have to exist in this capitalist economy, so they have to make certain decisions. But as far as a capitalist company goes, they are among the best of the big ones.
Yeah, they're one of the big ones that doesn't support Trump financially.
And they have excellent baseline benefits. Like everyone I know that works for Costco fucking loves working for them, and to me that speaks volumes.
And I know that when they passed the DEI thing, that they said they would not take part in that. Right. When they were like, you have to get rid of all DEI programmers, they're like, yeah, we're not doing that, motherfuckers.
Yeah, like I think Costco deserves to I don't think they use unionized cashiers or grocery workers, but they make sure that their benefits and their pay is worth not unionizing for, and they act as if there's a threat of it.
Their $1.50 hot dog too. Can we just take a moment to take a hats off to that?
And it's been that way for 30 years.
Yeah.
And the guy who made that plan, he's no longer working with the company. But for a minute there, they were thinking about increasing the cost. And he's on like the board of directors, I think.
I was gonna say, I think he's still on their board.
And they get that he was like, "I'd rather you fucking kill me before you raise that price." He's like, "That is staying at that. That is my favorite part of that company."
And I do wonder, like, is there still profit margin in there? Because if
No,
there is,
they lose money.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably a loss leader, right?
Yeah, it's a loss, but
it gets people in the door.
It's the same with their rotisserie chickens. I want to say those are sold at a loss too. I want to say the rotisseries are a loss because they're chickens that they're the raw chickens that didn't sell. Then they rotisserie them and sell them, but they're selling that at a discount, so they're a loss. But they get people in the fucking door all day long.
Well, we should definitely keep tabs on this lawsuit because this is the kind of thing that could force the Supreme Court to be like, "You're right. These are..."
Exactly. It's one thing to say no to the people, but you're going to say no to the billions of dollar a year company. I'm somehow more. I don't believe that as much, you know. But basically, let me come on a couple more details on this. So, how much do they want? I guess they are going to say how much. Wait, latest major company. I might have misread this. Have there been others? Oh, there is. I wasn't looking. I didn't read this last fucking paragraph. Other companies have done this. Revlon, Eyeglass Major, I can't pronounce that. Kawasaki, Bumblebee, Yokohama Tire, and a couple other smaller firms all fired similar suits. Interesting.
Wow.
Out of all of them, the Revlon and Revlon's decently big, but Costco. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if Revlon and Costco are bigger, but those are two huge companies.
Yeah, no, that's a heavyweight combo.
Yeah, it is. There has to be. I want to know the numbers, though. That's what I want to know. How much are they suing them for? That is my big question. I'm sure they probably won't announce that till later. But yeah, like I said, let's keep up on this story because that could be a lot more influential in the future. I agree.
Yep.
Anyhow, next story.
So, yeah, the appeals court upholds disqualification of Alina Habba. Oh, as New Jersey's top federal prosecutor.
Mm-hmm. Which, as a subtext, means that the kicking out of the Comey and Letitia James prosecution was justified. Because Alina Habba would have no right to bring those charges to them.
Yeah, so what does it actually say here?
Basically, Alina Habba was told recently that she could not do this, and then when they threw out the Comey and James indictments from a higher court, the Trump admin said that they were going to appeal it, of course, and went to the appeals court. Now the appeals court is holding up the fact that Alina Habba cannot bring charges anybody because she's not a lawyer. She's had no prosecutorial background or history or experience. The only reason why she's there is because she pushed Trump ideology. But because of that, she's not qualified to basically commit to the know the actions taken to do her job. She is fully unqualified to do it.
Wow. Well, it's nice to see that the law isn't being bent to further the will of the executive. Like, this is clearly the law holding up.
Is she even a lawyer? Is Alina Habba? No, she's a lawyer, but she's not a prosecutor, right? She was a defense lawyer, right?
She was part of his defense team.
Yeah, so she's not even a prosecutor. So that's where the judges were like, so what's your experience? Nothing? Like you just got a law degree. That's it. Okay. That's not good enough.
Yeah, he's taking loss after loss right now in these legal issues, right? Like we talk about Lindsay Halligan being, completely fucking up the Letitia James and James Comey stuff, and now Alina Habba being disqualified from New Jersey. It's clear that his whole idea that it's just whatever the president wants, the law, the courts, and everyone should just make room for. It's clear that that's not happening. Um, it just sucks that all the stuff he has been able to get done, mostly stuff like the impoundment of funds and not performing the executive duties and instead ignoring congressional spending and doing his own thing through Doge and all that shit. Like it's unfortunate that that stuff apparently is just gonna, like, you know we're killing people right now with USAID not being funded.
Oh yes, we
And
are.
that funding's all going to come back eventually because it's all illegally been stopped, and it's all going to go back. But it's just going to kill so many people in the meantime,
Yeah,
and it's frustrating.
yeah. I hope it comes back. There's a good chance that Trump might try to pass something in the future to try to make sure that it can never come back. I wouldn't doubt that.
Well, I think the courts are ultimately going to rule that the money that was already appropriated has to eventually go, and they
Oh, I
probably
believe
have.
that part.
I think they've already ruled that, and it's just a matter like it's just an interruption that causes all this death. Just to say that they did it, just for political points. Like that's something I will never forget about this era. No matter what happens going forward, there's just all this damage to the most vulnerable parts of our world just to score political points with the worst people in America.
It's depressing, isn't it?
Yep.
And then now on top of that, we have Trump is going to cancel Biden executive orders signed by AutoPen.
Yes, which is hilarious because Trump also uses an auto pen.
Right?
But
Oh fuck.
so basically, I don't know how many this is going to actually affect. Here's the thing. And here's the worst part about this. This, unfortunately, is something Trump can do. The following president absolutely can cancel executive orders from the last president.
And
So this is more.
he leaves these orders on Truth Social, like that's the official White House spokesplace.
I think he does that to signal to his followers what he's about to do and to get in line and to fall into place and get ready to do it. I legit think that's all that is. That's why he does that. Yeah. I would be interested to see how many he signed by AutoPen. I feel like, well, the problem is you can't. There is no process for an executive order. But then executive orders aren't like laws. So
Right. And there's no, according to this NBC News article, there's no public record of how many documents were signed by AutoPen. Trump is claiming 92%.
Don't you mean 1,500%?
No, yep, like his Medicare discount, medical discount for people.
Yeah. It's gonna be the greatest discount ever.
Joe Biden was not involved in the auto pen process. He says he was. He brought him on charges of perjury. Tell him continue this Friday in a True Social post. I don't think Trump understands what perjury is. Like,
Right. And
perjury is lying under oath. Like Biden's never gone under oath talking about the auto pen thing.
now I am surprised that Obama was the first president to use an auto pen. I kind of figured it had been a thing for decades, but Biden and Obama both used it. So maybe is there a chance that Trump didn't use it at all?
I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I've heard plenty of records that, plenty of reports that he's used it himself. But of course, that there's no record of this, so all he's gonna do is say he didn't, and his stupid followers are gonna, believe
I mean,
it.
I can't believe that he personally signed all the pardons
I thought
for
a
like
lot.
January 6th.
I thought a lot of presidents have used the auto pen because the auto pen's been around a long time.
I thought so, but it says Obama was the first to do it.
Really?
I'm sure people before this, people might have been worried about security and all of that.
So it won't give me an AI answer when I ask if Trump ever used the auto pen. Oh, here we go, though. Here is a result from March that says Trump admits to using auto pen after declaring Biden's pardons void due to auto pen.
Well,
Of course.
I typed in first president to use auto pen, and it says the first president to use mechanical signature duplicating device was Thomas Jefferson.
Well, there you go.
Ha!
I knew it was older than Obama.
Thomas Jefferson. So is that just a nice word for a slave? What the fuck? Like,
Although-
what the?
It does say here
It says
Barack
mechanical.
Obama was the first one to use the auto pen to sign a bill into law.
Honestly, I'd love to see the Thomas Jefferson level auto pen because it was just like one pen strapped to like 6 other pens, like in like a. If they didn't have any
like one of those
back then,
puppeting things.
Yeah, it would look like something from a cartoon. We know that's what it was. They had nothing else.
I think the auto pen that he had was it was a Dictabird from the Flintstones.
But yeah, I think so. Okay, so Obama was the first to use it to sign a bill. Executive
Gotcha.
orders aren't bills. So okay.
I mean, whatever. This country is dumb.
It's amazing. I did not realize I'd live to see this much like real world idiocracy. As
I know. It's like
when I first saw that movie, I was like, "Yep, this is where we're headed if the Bush world continues."
Hey, if you think what that movie's turned into a documentary, you should also watch the movie Don't Look Up on Netflix.
I've heard that's good.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I rewatched it again yesterday. I hadn't seen it since it first came out, and it hits harder this time around because of the second time around with Trump and all the things that has gone since he's come back into office, and Hegseth is represented by what's his name? Oh God! Of course, I can't fucking remember the guy's name now. Anyways, you'll know who it is when you see him. He in the movie he's the son of the president, and he's part of the cabinet somewhere. I don't remember which part, but either way, he's dumb as a box of rocks, and yeah.
Well, speaking of something that hits harder now than it did when it first came out, is I don't know if either of you guys have seen the HBO movie based on the 2008 election called Game Change.
No.
So it's based on the book that a couple of political writers did covering the McCain campaign. And it's focused on their decision to run Sarah Palin as the VP and all the stuff around that. That movie came out just a few years after the election, well before the Trump era.
Oh, wow.
watching it now, like going back and watching it, and like last time I watched it was during Trump's first term. But watching it post-Trump, it's like it's hard to believe it wasn't written like knowing that we get Trump in the future. Like everything just seems like foreshadowed. Like all the concerns and discussions about Sarah Palin, it's like all this foreshadowing of Trump to come. It's crazy. In that movie, Ed Harris plays John McCain.
Oh wow.
And there's this. Yeah, and
Really?
Woody Harrelson plays his campaign manager, who's Steve Schmidt, who's like on MSNBC all the time now.
Yeah.
And Sarah Paulson played Wallace, the what's her name, Wallace, that's on MSNBC every day.
I don't know.
I know what you're
Anyways,
talking about.
yeah. Anyways, there's a scene in it where McCain's campaign team is trying to get him to appeal to a more a dark, to appeal to racism against Obama. And there's a line that Ed Harris says in the film where he's like, "There is a dark underbelly to American populism that I will not touch." And and it's just like that's exactly what Trump went for. Was that dark underbelly of American populism. He dialed right into it. And he's just like, "You want racist rhetoric? You want to say all that shit that you're not allowed to say anymore? Come with me." And that's what he sold. And that's how he got to power. And that's why we all know anybody that supports Trump anybody who supported Trump since 2018. Right? Like, and really since he gave that racist fucking speech on the Golden Escalator, where there's some good ones. Like, anybody, like, we all know they're really racists. We know that that's what you like about him, is the racism. And you tolerate everything else.
I agree.
Yep.
All right, so what's next?
Well, in more Trump crazy news, Trump has commuted the sentence to David Gentile.
Of fucking course he did. Jesus Christ.
I assume you know who this guy is.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, sounds like you too. He is a private equity executive who was recently convicted and sentenced to 7 years in prison for a fraud scheme. This is
why would Trump let a fraudster rot in jail? That's what the fuck he is.
So this is a couple several title. I mean, the latest time that he has pardoned another white collar fraudster in recent history. He seems to like to do this a lot. Of course, they're trying to play it off like, oh, he's got young children and blah blah blah. So let's see here. Him and his co-defendant were charged in 2021 in the Securities Exchange Commission, described as a Ponzi scheme that raised over $1.7 billion. So basically, you know how Ponzi schemes work. They just keep taking money from people, paying up the people higher up the chain, and not actually creating any revenue by doing.
Yep.
And of course, they're at the top of the pile there, so they get the most.
Yeah.
So basically, these people stole $1.7 billion, and Trump has let them off the hook. Meanwhile, there's
and those people that he screwed are probably Trump supporters, like the people that this guy stole from.
Yep.
They're probably anti-government. Fucking, we need, let us do what we want. Don't tell me I can't put my money into the scam.
I agree. I mean, but yeah, it is interesting to see how he will let off the fraudsters. Meanwhile, there's young men sitting in prison for years for having weed. That's okay. But if you want to steal $1.7 billion from people, that's okay. You made a lot of money during it, so you're one of the cool kids.
Well, it's like Michael Moore said, where he wants a version of cop where the police or the FBI or the SEC goes after white collar criminals, and you see them get chased through their high-rise office buildings, tackled on Wall Street, on the sidewalks of Wall Street, get them tased and fucking perp walk in front of everybody. Like that's,
yeah, I know, right?
That's what I want to see. Yeah,
I agree. But anyhow, I need to keep up on the story. I don't know much about it. I just saw that he was pardoning a fraudster, and I felt like that was worth talking about. You good, Doug? I think we lost Doug. There we go.
I don't know how long I've been muted for.
Yeah. But anyhow, that's all I have to say about that. Shall we move? Oh, wait, there is other news stories. Hold up. Boop. I didn't look at this one.
I was going to say, Mark Kelly, this is a big political
story.
story.
That's right.
Because
Oh,
Mark
that's
Kelly
right.
could be running for president next time.
I wanted to talk about that. That this guy was actually on the short list on the last election cycle. So I feel like Trump is doing nothing but pushing this guy.
Yeah. So
But basically,
what's been going on? Yeah.
well, as we know, Trump has threatened to come down on Senator Kelly, amongst many other political figures on the left, for that video they put out that basically was telling the military that they are allowed and are encouraged and are in fact legally required to ignore illegal orders. Um, and of course, the Trump admin did not like this very much. Kelly, who is everything that Trump could never be, he is a airman, an astronaut. Him and his brother are both astronauts, right?
You know, I know they're twins. Um, is he also?
Am I thinking of the? Am I wrong? I feel like they're both astronauts of sorts. I think his brother was on
Yeah,
the.
he retired from NASA on April 1st, 2016.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. I was like, but and basically,
Not
Mark was said
Kelly.
he's not gonna. Yeah, he's gonna. Mark said he's not gonna bow down. He is going to continue to, say what he needs to say. Trump. Oh yeah, I should say what they were actually threatening to do was to recall him to active service just so they could court-martial him.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
That's right. That's right.
Do it, because then you'll just turn him into the biggest martyr in the entire country. And he's not even like a far left guy. Like he's a
No,
very
he's not.
guy,
He's
but
very centrist.
he's smart, and I trust him to do the right thing. He's not going to do anything as bold. Like he wouldn't be my top choice or anything. Like he's not going to be a bold change, but I would take him in a heartbeat.
He was the one I wanted instead of Harris in the last election. I thought he would have the best chance.
He may
He
have.
isn't like
I
I
mean, he
said.
probably certainly would have done better. I mean, I don't know.
I
But
I
I think
think
he would have.
yeah, I think he was the safer choice. I think that they gave him a Harris most because of her experience as VP. That was the big deciding factor there. But yeah, I think he would have had a better run at it. But yeah, basically, Mark Kelly says he's not going to bow down. That they're going to keep threatening him to do that. That he because it's crazy they're even threatening to do that. But he's like, and I think basically his viewpoint on it has been go ahead and do it. Like you said, he's been basically do it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Mark Kelly's response, if you're listening and you haven't seen it, go look it up because it was great. He's basically been like, I've I've I was the first one to react when my fellow astronauts were blown up on the runway. I was there for all these different moments. Like I've been under all this stress in my professional career. Fucking Donald Trump's threats don't mean shit to me. Like that's basically what he said.
And he's so right. He's been under more pressure in a single day, like during a launch, than Trump's ever been in his entire life.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. Godspeed to Mark Kelly. And his wife, Gabby Giffords, she's an amazing figure too.
And
And
she's
and
also been someone who has been a victim of violence.
yeah, she was shot and injured at her own rally, the same rally that, killed like this 8-year-old girl. And
Yep.
and all which was another example of right-wing violence in the Trump era. His stochastic terrorism has worked, and he should be held accountable for it.
Oh, he needs to be held accountable. And I'm hoping, well, we all know he won't be, but I wish he would be. But yeah, he probably never will be.
No, the only thing that's going to get him is time.
Rich people don't get the same rules as the rest of us, as much as that sucks.
But like with Henry Kissinger and Ronald Reagan and everybody and Dick fucking Cheney most recently, the time eventually gets them.
Yes, it does.
It's not justice, but it's
All we're
inevitable.
gonna get.
All right, so let's take a look at some local news. File this under dystopian future. Thousands of Washington state Medicare users could soon have claims denied by AI.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So this is coming from KUOW, the local NPR station. Starting January 1st, traditional Medicaid recipients in Washington state will face a new hurdle to get certain procedures covered. Private AI companies that get paid based on how many claims they deny. So there it is. Get paid based on how much you deny. Gee, I wonder what that selective pressure could do.
And AI
So,
has no soul. You can't even sway it.
yeah. So Washington is one of 6 states selected to take part in federal pilot program called Wasteful and Inappropriate Service Reduction, which aims to reduce fraud and waste by requiring prior authorization for about a dozen outpatient procedures deemed, quote, low-value services. Washington state has more than 1.5 million Medicare enrollees, just over half of whom are enrolled in traditional Medicare. 51%. Until now, people with traditional Medicare have not been required to get prior authorization. That means they can see specialists, visit hospitals, and receive out-of-state care without asking for permission first. So the federal agency that runs Medicare, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, has hired private companies in each pilot state. These states are Washington, Arizona, Ohio, Oklahoma, New Jersey, and Texas, who will use AI tools to determine whether traditional Medicare patients qualify for certain procedures. The list includes nerve stimulation to treat various ailments, steroid injections for pain management, cervical fusion, arthroscopic knee surgery, diagnosis, and treatment of impotence. So this is all stuff that did not require it before, and now they're going to have an AI do it, which means people who never would have been denied before are inevitably going to be denied.
Yeah.
That's all terrible. And no offense, man, you kind of sound like Alex Jones.
Well, maybe that's good for the podcast.
I don't know.
They're turning the frogs gay! They're turning them gay!
Yeah, I was trying so
I
hard
didn't
not to
have,
laugh
I was
for a
gonna ask you to
second.
do that. I'm glad you did. They're turning the
I'm
freaking frogs
sorry.
gay. It's too funny. Oh my god.
Buy
I'm
my
sorry.
supplements.
Buy my sugar pills. I mean supplements.
But no, I don't think AI needs to be in any part of healthcare. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Not that part of healthcare. I think AI has a huge actual use in healthcare. I'd love to see AI diagnostic tools for the most part. Like that is a great use of AI. Like human doctors overlook shit all the time. Having an AI that works for something like that, oh my god, that'd be save so many lives.
As long as the AI actually is going to say yes to these things.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, the admin part needs to be left to humans. Like the health, like as far as well, insurance shouldn't be a fucking thing. Let me say that. Like,
Right, but like the decisions about people cannot be left to AI. That has to be the thing. Like, it's like
oh yeah,
people have put out AI algorithms for like hiring and firing, and they're like the
oh
final
yeah,
determination cannot be done by AI. It
I
always
agree.
needs a human component.
I agree.
All right, and the last story here, another local one. Washington lawmakers want to regulate license plate readers. So
Huh? Oh yeah. Okay, no, that makes
yeah,
sense.
so Washington state lawmakers next year hope to rein in law enforcement use of automated license plate readers amid amid regulations that blah 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 blah. Excuse me. Let me take it from the top. Washington state lawmakers next year hope to rein in law enforcement's use of automated license plate readers amid revelations that federal immigration authorities are using the data. So it's a good thing. This is coming from the WashingtonStateStandard.com. The readers are mounted everywhere from street poles to police cars. They take pictures of vehicles and use AI to analyze the data. Police can use the information stored in a database to track vehicles that could be tied to criminal investigations. On the surface, okay, that seems okay. At least 16 states regulate the readers. Washington does not right now. The technology has become increasingly common in Washington and across the country and is used not only by police but also businesses and community groups. Washington's chapter of the ACLU is leading the charge to regulate them. The issue has taken on new urgency during the Trump administration's campaign for mass deportations. So there's a report last month out of the University of Washington found several local police departments authorized Border Patrol to use their license plate readers. And in other cases, Border Patrol had backdoor access without express permission. So the findings raise concerns about compliance with state law limiting cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. In a statement, the head of the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs acknowledged these concerns. Executive Director Steve Strachan attributed the issue to sharing permissions allowing the feds to access plan reader data unbeknownst to local police. So worries extend beyond immigration. Authorities in Texas this year searched thousands of cameras in search for a woman believed to have a self-administered abortion. Anxieties over public record access to data from the readers have already spurred some Washington cities to even use them at all. So, the proposal. One second here. The legislation in Washington, which is still being drafted, wouldn't ban license plate readers. It looks to put guardrails on them in two ways. One is how long agencies can hold on to the data. Currently, the information can sit indefinitely, and then the draft legislation pegs the retention period at 72 hours. Some cities feel 3 days isn't enough time. Some states allow longer periods. The other issue the proposal seeks to address is how agencies can share their data. The policy would prohibit departments from giving direct access to license plate reader databases. Agencies would have to get a search warrant. Some local officials also see this as potentially problematic. It was noted that criminals don't stop at the city limits. But to others, the regulations seem like a no-brainer. It's not anything crazy. They're saying it's just about making sure we've got a framework that people can respect. So, again, this is another potential adverse use of AI where they're using these cameras and databases to try and track people who are having abortions, who may be immigrants. It's literally another issue of as the wealth gap increases, as we have more and more billionaires and fewer middle class people, more and more people in poverty, the only options are to either create a welfare state or create a security state. And this is another, security state item. But it's good to know that there are Washington lawmakers working with the ACLU to try to put guardrails at least on this.
I know yeah. I mean, our state's always been pretty good about that. I mean, especially our governor.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty forward thinking in trying to prevent any Trumpist policies from being able to sink its teeth too deep into our state. And our RCW based system makes that a lot easier as well.
Yeah, and not to say that the Democrats in this state don't do stupid shit, because they have absolute control over things, and they certainly will do things to their advantage and do some shit that I don't agree with. On the whole, most of the time when I read about shit that our state government does, I'm like, thank God. Thank God we have this government in place. We are so fortunate right now during this era.
Exactly, because they're actually willing to do that. Honestly, there's only a small handful of governors and in this country that are willing to do that. There's Ferguson. There's a Pritzker.
We've got the Arizona governor is Katie Hobbs.
Yeah,
and Newsom in California.
Yeah, you only have a handful of governors in this country that are willing to look at Trump. And Ferguson does it different. Ferguson doesn't mock him. He doesn't do any stupid shit. He just puts stuff into motion that won't let what Trump wants to happen actually happen here.
Yeah, I mean, Ferguson is a nerdy, wonky attorney. Like he is doing things by the law, and there's no flash. It's all substance. I'm here for it. I'm fine with it. I'm happy for it.
Yeah, exactly. For right now, he's exactly what we needed, I think.
Yeah, nope, absolutely. And with that, Todd, you want to take us to the Geek?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to What's Geek this week. Your go-to for the coolest in pop culture tech and nerdy news. Let's dive in.
All right. Yes, it's What is Geek this week, and I have a bunch of stuff here. The first one I have here is apparently there's going to be a new vampire comedy coming next year. They start filming early next year. It's from the same people that gave us the TV show Ghosts on CBS. It's a CBS vampire comedy pilot from Ghost showrunners cast Ed Weeks as lead role. And yeah, he looks like he could be a vampire. I could see that. Um, I mean, he's a traditionally good-looking dude, right? I'm put him in some flowy, poet shirts and Victorian era clothing. I'm sure he'll look just like a vampire. Um, see
But he's
here.
not. He doesn't threaten me. I
He
feel
does.
he's
In this photo, he
Yeah,
doesn't look threatening at all because he looks like he just smoked a joint and wants a taco or something. But
he kind of looks like he has a lazy eye, to be honest.
yeah. Well, that's why the one eye is all in the shadows. You can't tell.
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that said Ghost Ship at first, and I was like, "That's an old fucking movie." I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, that guy's got to be like 55.
So, like I said, the gentleman who's getting the male lead role in the show his name is Ed Weeks. He is set to lead the show called Eternally Yours. It is a sitcom, single camera show that was picked up to pilot at the broadcaster in July, while CBS had originally opened a development room for the show in mid 2024. It hails from Joe Port and Joe Weissman, who developed the hit CBS comedy Ghosts. The official logline for Eternally Yours describes the pilot as an eternal love story about two vampires who've been married for 500 years and their struggles to accept the human who is dating their daughter. So it sounds like Hotel Transylvania to me, just based on that alone.
Yeah, no, that literally is the plot of Hotel Transylvania.
I've never seen it.
It's funny. It's Adam Sandler, so if you like Adam Sandler, you're gonna dig it. Um,
Oh, okay.
So it says here, Eternally Yours will film early 2026. Should it go to series, it will debut next fall. It would air alongside Ghosts, which has been renewed through the 26-27 broadcast season back in February. So
Well, my wife is going to be thrilled to hear this because we're huge fans of Ghosts. We watch every new episode like the same night it airs. We love Ghosts, and my wife is way more into vampire romances than anything else at all. I'll get in the van and turn it on, and it'll still be connected to her phone, and it'll just start playing Vampire Smut. It's great.
wow. All right.
Huh.
All right. Next story here is I discovered this earlier today, and it looks like it is a group of guys have decided to go ahead and make all these 90s video games from 94 to 96 available in this one file. You can load it up onto an external hard drive, or if you have a hard drive big enough to hold 662 Windows 95 and 98 games.
I mean, come on, man. 95 to 96, 94 to 96 games. That's like 3 gigs? Games were small as shit back then.
Dude, it's about 3 gigs actually. Yeah, you're right. That's very good. Very good. Like just under actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, never mind. I know. It says 262 gigs. Woohoo. That's what I'm seeing. That's a lot more than I thought.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's gonna have everything pre-installed as far as like the emulators you're gonna need and everything else. It will be just plug and play basically, and some of the games. I mean, it looks like it uses like a virtual hard drive, or DOSBox. It uses DOSBox to play all these games. Where does does it have a list of the games?
I was looking. I was trying so hard to find it, but they don't have a full list. I wish.
Maybe it's under the manual. Let's see.
I see. Oh, I know that game. That claymation game. I remember D as well. What's that claymation game called? Oh my god, that's gonna bother me forever. Um, it was a point and click game on the PlayStation. I believe it could use the PlayStation mouse. My cat just jumped on me and is
It
cuddling
doesn't
me.
seem
He's
to have
so
a
cute.
list of the games, probably because they don't want to get sued.
Well, I'm not even that. They could get sued anyhow. I will say this: if you want this, grab it quick, because I'm sure now that it's getting attention, it might get banned. Uh, most of these companies don't care. If I had to guess, just throwing this out there, these are probably all abandonware games at this point that probably don't have a particular developer that sells them anymore, or
Yeah,
these are the real
yeah.
copies.
They're probably not on good old games. If they were games that you could currently buy, they would be on good old games. GOG.com, I think. And
GOG is also open source, so
oh, is it?
they don't
Okay.
mind. They don't want you stealing their games, but there is no copyright protection on any of their games. So they wouldn't like you doing this, but they aren't actively going out of their way to make sure you couldn't do this. And I want to say most GOG games are actually optimized to be able to run without what's the word an emulator or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So these would be old versions of the games that you need to emulate.
Yeah, it
Which is
requires
fine.
a DOS OS to play them. So
Yeah,
let's see.
which is fine. If you have to run an emulator to play the game for free, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Next story here is it looks like I've been seeing a lot of stories about how Warner Brothers is up for sale now that they've liquidated everything. Discovery liquidated a bunch of shit when they bought it. They're selling it, and it looks like Netflix is one of the companies that is looking to buy. Like I said earlier offline, I would not be upset if Disney wanted it, because
I
if it allowed for the amalgam comic books to be made into animated series or movies and TV shows, I'm all for it, because those were the mashups of DC and Marvel heroes and villains.
I don't want all my IPs mixed together, and I don't think it needs to be one giant media company that owns literally fucking every giant IP out there.
I
I view Disney in the exact same way that South Park does.
I at this point, Disney owns my entire childhood, and they've not done me wrong, so I don't care. I don't dislike what they've done with it. So, but this is what it
It's
says
to
here.
me,
It says yet another twist come our way regarding the impending sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. As one of the biggest companies in entertainment, WBD, Warner Brothers Disney, has attracted several powerful players to submit bids for its assets. On November 20th, the first round of offers was held for interested parties, which includes Netflix, Paramount, and Comcast. Said bids were non-binding. Following that, Warner Brothers requested a second round of offers, expected to be higher than the initial submitted. So, what do you guys think of
oh yeah,
those players as far as potential
I'd
owners?
like Netflix because honestly, the thing I'm mad at, I don't like. I think Warner Brothers I'm pissed off at because they're the thing about the whole old Cartoon Network shows, they basically don't want to do anything with all the old um like reels and all that to like protect these shows. I think Netflix would actually do what it took to like bring all the old Cartoon Network shows back like on a streaming service. And I like that. I like to be able to stream Ed, Ed and Eddie and all those old shows from back then. You know?
I would love Netflix. I would love it for you to be
I would
Netflix,
yeah.
especially
If
since
all
I
the
already subscribe to it.
Ed,
yeah,
Ed,
if Netflix could get all the old Cartoon Network shit, I'd love that.
Ed, Ed and Eddie is currently on HBO Max, I think.
And that's
I would,
that's only because there's nowhere else that wants to take it. Like
yeah, I
it's
would tune into
because
Netflix for live streams of Adult Swim.
Yeah,
yep, exactly.
yeah.
Netflix is the one I think would be the one that would do the most with the Cartoon Network IP, and therefore I'm vested in Netflix doing that.
I would be cool. I would be cool with Netflix having Warner Brothers as long as they leave DC alone. They can have Warner Brothers.
They used to own DC, so it would be.
Oh no, DC is owned by
Oh,
Warner
yeah.
Brothers.
Oh, that's what I meant. Oh, yeah, I'm having that
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah.
I know, and no, no.
But just
they're
like you're
going to
saying, let DC be DC.
honestly,
Right, yeah.
honestly, Netflix has done some good shows. I wouldn't mind. them.
Yeah. That's I'm saying. I believe that I believe that if Netflix was to acquire Warner Brothers, they would leave DC and James Gunn alone, as far as like the DCU and the TV shows and the movies.
Oh, they'd probably buy from him. They'd probably promote. They'd probably fucking buy 6 movies off of him.
Yeah. I mean, if
They
they
probably-
end up owning Warner Brothers, they would just say, "Hey, let's make this, and this." And they're like, "Yeah,
They
we're
would,
already gonna do that."
they would make the next. They would make the next like 3 Batman movies Netflix releases. Like
I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'd be okay with that too.
I would be good with that. All right.
Yeah.
Now, let's see here. Every Stargate movie, where you can watch them and how to watch them in order. Looks like everything's on Amazon because Stargate is owned by MGM Studios, which is under the Amazon umbrella now. So everything Stargate is available on Prime Video. And this walks you through in what order to watch the different shows and movies. So you get the original movie, and then you get number 2 would be Origins, which is like an hour-long, like a prequel of the first movie, kind of giving you the history of what happened before. You know, that's how prequels work, Todd, so yes. And then number 3 on the list is the original series, which was SG-1, which had 7 seasons total. And then it goes on to, and of course, that kind of spun off into Stargate Atlantis, which only had 3 seasons. And it is, I think it's the first TV series that Jason Momoa was in. Or no, I take that back. He was in Baywatch first. But he had like huge fucking dreadlocks in Stargate Atlantis. I bumped into him at Comic-Con that year too. Big dude. And then see here, number 4 was Atlantis, and then number 5 is Stargate Ark of Truth, which is one of the straight-to-video movies, and it's about this alien religion that, like, it's basically like if it's to make it as simple as possible. It's a group called the Ori, and they're basically like, what if the Borg were religious? They're going around like acquiring vast amounts of people and saying, you're going to be part of our religion now, and if you don't, we're going to kill you.
Are the Borg not religious?
The Borg are just, they're mechanical, really. They're biomechanical.
Sounds like religion to me.
They are closer to like what is the DC
Hive mind.
It's like a hive mind, but he's like what was it the android in the Superman movies or not movies, the TV shows and stuff.
I never watched
Brainiac.
them.
He's like Brainiac.
Oh, Brainiac. Yeah, Brainiac's in everything.
Yeah. And then number 6 is season 4 of Atlantis, and then Stargate Continuum, which is another one of the straight-to-video movies. And then number 8 is season 5 of Atlantis. And then number 9 is the last series they did, which I only watched like the first 10 episodes, and I kind of lost interest. Stargate Universe, and which is essentially it's Stargate Voyager, or Star Trek Voyager with a Stargate in the middle of the ship. You know, that's essentially what it was. It was not fantastic. But I love Stargate as a whole. The The original movie was amazing. I loved it. The SG1 is a great series. The straight-to-video movies are pretty good. The other spin-off series are all pretty decent. So yeah, if you like Stargate, check this article out in the description of the show, and you'll be able to follow along. I'm skipping along this shit because there's a lot here. And then I think the last story I have here, I just added it at the beginning of the show because I just saw this. I was like, all right, I got to talk about this. Apparently, Tom Welling, and if you don't recognize the name, he was the guy who played Clark Kent in the TV show Smallville, has gone on record saying he wants to play Batman for the DC universe. And I don't know how I feel about that. He could play the part, I think. He's a decent enough actor. He looks the part for the most part, now anyway. He didn't back when he did the Smallville show, but he's a buff dude now. I could see him playing like a middle-aged Batman, actually, now that I think about it. But this is what it says here. Does James Gunn finally have the perfect Batman? Smallville's star Tom Welling reveals that he wants to return to the DC universe, just not as in the role fans might expect. To many, James Gunn and Peter Safran are ushering in the first truly connected live-action DC universe though even ignoring the Hamada-era Snyderverse, there are have been many attempts to bring the franchise to life in the past. Years before the Arrowverse was given a glint in Greg Berlanti's eye, Smallville brought DC to life on the small screen. All spearheaded by Tom Welling as Clark Kent. Tom wants to play Batman, yet while the animated Smallville revival has stalled with James Gunn focusing on new projects for the DC universe, it doesn't mean members of its cast can't make a return. When speaking to Comic-Con Liverpool, Tom Welling was asked what character he'd want to play in the rebooted franchise. And after some prompting from co-stars, the actor said, Batman. Think about it. What do you guys think? Do you think that he could pull off playing Bruce Wayne in Batman?
Let me take a better look at him here.
Just go ahead and do a Google search for Tom Welling 2025.
Yeah.
It depends on how it's directed, but sure.
As long as they play him as not a bubbly guy, he could do it.
Have they made it clear that the current Batman movie, which I think is getting a sequel, is not the DCU Batman?
Yeah, the last thing I heard was that
Robert Pattinson.
The Pattinson, the Robert Pattinson Batman movie is not part of the DCU. It is separate.
Okay.
People are trying to get him to make it part of the DCU, but he's like, nah, we got something else planned for Batman and Bruce Wayne. But it looks like the Smallville animated revival is still in talks. It's not going to be happening anytime soon because they're focusing on other projects. Apparently, the Smallville animated series was announced at the beginning of the year, I think, and Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum, who played Clark and Lex Luthor, are heading that, and they're getting basically everybody who was in the original series to come back to play their characters again, but in animated form. And I think that'd be awesome. I'd like to see that. All right.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What's funny is when Smallville was on TV, I didn't watch it because I was not interested in watching like teenage melodramas. I watched all the teenage melodramas I wanted in my 20s, and by the time that Smallville came around, I was in my 30s, pushing 40, and it was like, yeah, I don't really watch this. This looks dumb. all the commercials made it look like it was like Dawson's Creek, but he wears a shirt that has the S on it and stuff, and it's like I don't know. I eventually relented and watched it during the pandemic, and it was actually way better than I was expecting it to be. I was like, oh, this is gonna be some stupid like Dawson's Creek, with Superman, and like, no, I mean it had elements of like that. Oh, but he likes you. Oh, blah, 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 all that kind of shit was in there because they're in high school, but there was way more going on than just that. So that's one of the reasons. Like, oh well, I was wrong, and I'm okay with admitting that. All right, you guys ready for some Florida?
Yes, sir.
Oh no, here we go again. A barefoot guy robbing a gas station in the name of Gavin Newsom. Call the police, arrest the Florida man. Is it Florida or not? Is it Florida?
All right, so Doug, since you have a Florida man story, how many do you got actually?
So okay, so I have two. So I kind of have an idea on how a new way to play, a new way to keep score
Okay.
on this game. So the way Brandon, did you get any?
No, not this week.
So you're at a disadvantage, but you still get to play. So the way scoring will work is every story is worth 2 points.
Okay.
Or how did I figure this? Every story is worth a point for either the person providing the story or the people guessing.
Okay. Okay.
So if I read a story and for one of you that misses, I get a point. If you
Okay.
both missed, I get 2 points.
What? Okay.
If you get it right, you get the point.
It's like Jackbox Games point system.
I
Like-
guess, yeah.
Sure. And so that way, if we all had equal stories, it would work out better. But Brandon will just have to try and be perfect and screw us over.
I'll let you do yours first, and then we can go and do the ones that I have listed here.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
trade. We'll go into. How many? You have 4.
Yeah, I have 4.
So why don't you do your first one first?
All right. The first one I have here is man arrested for breaking into a home and spraying barbecue sauce on the walls and furniture before house caught fire.
Jesus Christ!
I mean,
That
that's a good
escalated
planning.
quickly.
That's a good planning. Like, if you're gonna roast something, you should put barbecue sauce on it first, right?
I wonder if it was Sweet Baby Ray's or not.
Oh God, I know,
Oh,
right?
jeez.
That's just. Oh man. Well,
Oh man, that's
barbecue-
almost too good to not be Florida.
Yeah, I think that has to be Florida because that's. I mean, first off, it's not good. It can't be anywhere but the U.S. Barbecue sauce is a U.S. thing. Barbecue flavor, so it's gonna be stateside.
What do you think, Doug?
I'm saying Florida.
And Brendan, you saying Florida as well?
Yeah.
Newberry, Florida. Evan Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh!
Evan Hunter, 20, of Gainesville, was arrested yesterday morning after allegedly breaking into a house and spraying barbecue sauce on the walls and furniture before the house caught on fire. Arson charges may be filed. Oh my God. I saw
Wow.
that. I saw that in my Feedly list. I was like, oh, I have to put this story in there.
What the fuck? Oh, sorry, Kitty. I hit my cat in the head.
Okay. All right, now for my first story. So that one ended up with Brandon and Doug getting a point.
Yeah.
No points for Todd. All right. So my story is arrested in wealthy beach town over alleged TikTok school shooting threat.
I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
Arrested in wealthy beach town. So student arrested in wealthy beach town over alleged TikTok school shooting threat. And I will say that they identified the subject as Ethan Charles Ladner.
I'm going to say Florida. I think that one's Florida.
I'm gonna say not Florida.
And why not, Brandon?
This could happen anywhere. This could be Florida, but I just don't see any reason.
All right. 1 second here. Full story. Florida man arrested in wealthy beach town over alleged TikTok school shooting. FBI and local deputies worked together to identify Ethan Charles Ladner within 2 hours of the threats being posted. A 20-year-old man from Santa Rosa Beach arrested over the weekend. He posted threatening comments about a school shooting on TikTok.
Wow.
And he definitely looks like a school shooter.
He's got a bowl cut, does he?
Yeah, I just posted the link.
Okay. That's funny.
All right, you want to do your second one, Todd?
Man lives with functional cigarette lighter in his stomach for 30 years.
That sounds like something from Asia.
What do you think, Doug?
All right, sorry, say it again.
A man lives with a functional cigarette lighter in his stomach for 30 years.
A functional cigarette lighter in his stomach. Fuck. No, that could be Florida, but that could also be like Eastern Europe. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm going Florida. What did Brandon say?
I think that's Asia or somewhere else. That doesn't sound even U.S.
Okay.
A 67-year-old man surnamed Deng from Chengdu, China's Sichuan province.
Nailed it, Brandon.
Yeah.
He began experiencing abdominal bloating and pain a month ago, but initially shrugged it off as symptoms of gastroenteritis.
I should get 2 points for nailing that one.
But if things come out tied, you will get the tiebreaker for nailing that.
He only went to the hospital after realizing his medication and diet changes weren't helping it at all. His conditions had worsened to the point where he couldn't lie down without experiencing excruciating pain. How do you not know you swallowed a fucking lighter?
Dude,
That's my question.
China, man, that's all I can say.
I mean, do they not chew their food?
Like they're drinking habits over there. I bet you it was a drinking game. I don't know why, but I'll bet you it had something to do with one of those things where they're like lighting shit on fire.
He was so drunk, and his buddy's like, "Yeah, eat this." And he's like, "Okay."
Or he had it in his mouth and like did it wrong and like swallowed it when he was drunk. And then, dude, I've seen them do all that stuff where they light that stuff on fire on all that lighter tricks and all that. I bet you it was something during that.
Okay.
That's the only way I can think is if you're hammered. Or alternatively, he knew about it, he just didn't care. He thought he pooped it out years ago.
He thought he shit it out. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Hey, that's still there? Wow.
and someone goes, "Hey, I wonder if it still works." After they pulled it out.
Good thing he never had an MRI.
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh shit. Fucking ripped through him.
All right. My second story.
All right.
Okay. A 5-acre property is turned into a winter wonderland.
A 5-acre property is turned into a winter wonderland?
It includes a petting zoo and no admission fee.
Huh.
Wait. Huh. Say the title one more time for me.
A 5-acre property turned into a winter wonderland.
This could be anywhere, but I'm gonna say
it is. It's not as strange. I don't know. I thought I had a stranger story than this. It's not very strange.
I'm gonna say not Florida, just because it'll be anywhere. Yeah. Actually, it might be Florida because there's snow everywhere else. Florida might be weirder to have a winter wonderland. I'm gonna say Florida.
I'm gonna say not Florida because if it has a winter wonderland, does Florida even get snow?
I don't think so. You're right. 5 acres is a long time. I'm gonna say not Florida. 5 acres is more. If it was like a backyard, I could see someone getting like a snowblower. But 5 acres, that's a lot. You're right. I'm gonna say not Florida as well. Now that you say it, 5 acres. That's a big hunk of land.
Well, I hate to tell you guys this, but I think you just broke the tie because this is Florida. Florida man turns 5-acre property into winter wonderland. This was published at 8:02 a.m. this morning. That's the reason I had it. Is the most recent story
Oh wow.
with the word Florida man in it.
I mean, so is it an actual? Does it actually have snow, or is it just like it fake shit?
Well, here's the link with some photos.
I should have said Florida because meth can drive people to do a lot.
So, Michael Lemick has transformed his 5-acre property into a winter wonderland for visitors. It's a nonprofit petting zoo. It's open to the public and brings the feel of an old-fashioned Christmas. 37,000 lights are on display. It doesn't look like they do fake snow.
Ah.
So it's not even really snow. It's not. Is it? How can you
It's
call it? How can you?
It's fraudulent. Yeah, it's a winter wonderland.
How can you call it winter wonderland with no snow?
That means snow. It has to. This is fraudulent.
If you ask for snow in Florida, they'll give you some cocaine.
You know what?
All right, if you guys want to protest, I get it.
You know what it is? He has a message board at the front of the building with a bunch of postcards from like Colorado and other places that have snow. All right. So the next one I have is UK woman travels to the U.S. to be murdered. Court documents say.
What?
Interesting.
So did she travel to Florida to be murdered? Is that where the story?
Yeah, this is what we're asking.
Do you think it's Florida or some other state where hillbillies exist?
I don't think that's legal in Florida, so I'm going to say not Florida.
There's nowhere that's legal.
All right, you guys both say not Florida or Florida?
I'm gonna say not Florida.
Doug?
I'm sticking with Florida.
Okay. Doug, you get a point.
Damn it! I'm doing so bad tonight.
Tampa, Florida. Florida man was charged with murdering a woman.
Anything can happen in
who
Tampa.
is believed to have traveled from the UK to be killed. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement began investigation into the incident on October 13th after it was contacted by Interpol regarding a missing woman sought by UK authorities, according to arrest reports filed in Marion County Court.
Hi, I'm here for my murder.
And this is the most British name I've ever heard. Sonia Exelby, 32, was reported missing from her home in Portsmouth, England. She flew from London to the U.S., arriving in Gainesville Regional Airport on October 10th, and was supposed to be returned on the 13th and did not make it on her flight. Wow. I mean, I guess if you can't find someone with an arsenal of guns in the UK, you have to come to the States, right?
I guess it's the place to come. Yeah.
And there's nothing more rednecky than Florida when it comes to guns and stuff, I think. Although maybe Texas might be a little bit more, but I think Texas people might not be so willing to shoot somebody from the UK. All right.
What are you implying? You trying to say they're racist?
I'm saying that people from Florida are more likely to want to kill someone from England than someone from
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
This is true.
I thought you said people from Texas were less likely to kill someone from England than like elsewhere.
I'm just saying that Florida is more likely because there's a whole bath
Okay.
salts thing.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, one last one here for you guys. A man discovers that his malfunctioning car is packed full of hazelnuts. Is that Florida or not?
That's
I'm gonna say they don't have hazelnuts trees in Florida.
why I want to say not Florida.
I'm gonna say not Florida on this one.
So you both saying not Florida?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. You are both correct. One motorist in
Woohoo!
China got the shock of his life when he was forced to take his vehicle into a local garage. The man who's from Dixie City in China's, I can't even pronounce this province, had been hearing strange noises coming from his car for quite some time. It wasn't until the vehicle's heating system began to malfunction, as well as the eventual. He eventually decided to drive it to the garage and have a mechanic take a look at it. When the mechanic opened up the engine compartment, however, he was shocked to discover the cause of all the issues was, in fact, a huge stash of hazelnuts. The nuts were everywhere, filling up the internal spaces, even the air vents. In total, it took 2 hours to completely remove all the hazelnuts from the car's interior. Oh my God.
Wow.
2 hours to
Jesus
remove
Christ.
nuts. Oh my God. The car itself had
All
been
right.
kept in the garage during the day, so it happened when the man had been storing in large bags of hazelnuts nearby. What?
Is he a human squirrel? Is this like,
Wait, no, hold up a second.
why is he hoarding hazelnuts?
Had been kept in the garage during the day. It had just so happened that the man had been storing a large bag of hazelnuts nearby. A rat, for whatever reason, had reportedly snuck into the bag and moved the nuts into the car. So it's a fucking rat. Okay.
Interesting.
Some fucking rat messed with my nuts.
Never touch a man's nuts.
You dirty rat! You moved my nuts.
All right, Doug. I left a couple blank spaces for you to put your links in there on the doc.
Oh yeah, I took care of it. I took care of it already.
You did?
I'm
Okay.
They should be in there.
I don't see them.
Oh, you must have somehow erased them.
No, I didn't.
Because I pasted them there and then I copied them over to the description.
Oh, I haven't got an update then. So
There we go. That's okay.
there he is.
There's one. There's the other. Because, yeah, when I was like, here, I'm posting them in the doc so you guys can take a look.
Yeah, I heard you say that, but they didn't show up. I was like, where are they? They're not there.
Yeah, the same way.
Weird. Anyways. You guys want the final scores here?
Yeah, what is the final score?
Let's tally it all up. All right. So, we've got 4 stories from Todd, 2 stories from Doug. Todd scores 1, 2, 3 points overall. Brandon scores 1, 2, 3 points overall.
Yeah.
And I get 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 points. Oh, I crushed you guys. I got what your scores are combined.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, if you bring some stories, Brandon, then we can you can get some extra chances to score.
I'm always focused more on the other stories. I need to focus more on those, but I'm always on other
No,
other
you
stories.
do focus more on the other stories.
Yeah,
but
we don't want you to not focus on them, but we also want you to at least pick up at least 2 stories. It's not gonna. Dude, you're on.
Like Brandon,
Reddit.
I literally Googled these right before the show, as we were together talking.
Same. I was like 10 minutes before you guys hopped on. I was in there looking for stories. I was on Reddit, so I mean, that's where I got most of these.
So, anyways, that's the show for this week, everybody. I hope people had fun. I had fun. Did you guys have fun? I think we all had fun.
I like the
That is
point
fun.
system for the Floriduh or not. I think you should put the scores on the description as well.
Let me see. Well, that would give it away. People got to listen to hear the
Oh,
scores.
good
Yeah.
point. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be back here next week. It is officially December. It's the holiday season.
Yes.
I did want to tell you guys how thankful I am you guys do this with me. This is all just some stupid bullshit to indulge our need to be on the record about the bullshit we're living through. And thank you guys for indulging me.
You know what? I'm always good for recording a podcast. Doesn't matter what the topics are. So I'm good. I'm glad we could have this time to nerd out and to talk about stuff that is scaring us and or angering us. So.
And we'll do it again next week. So like, subscribe, leave a comment on YouTube, leave us a review if you're listening on audio only format. It helps us a great deal. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see everybody next week.